Hi everyone! For today's video ay magdi-discuss tayo ng 10 items na college entrance test. Tungkol lahat ito tungkol sa math. Okay, so math reviewer for college entrance test para sa UPCAT, PUPSET, USTET, ASET, and others. Okay? So 1 to 10 po ito. Tara, samahan niyo po akong sagutan ang 10 items na ito. Meron po ito hanggang part 5. So 50 items itong mga questions ko. So panoodin niyo lang po hanggang part 5. And sa mga nanonood naman po sa TikTok ay ang kumpletong video po ay makikita niyo sa Facebook or sa aking YouTube. So punta lang kayo dito, GTR Math Tutorial. Kasi 10 minutes lang yung sa TikTok. Baka hanggang 3 or 4 numbers lang yon. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so number one, if 2 plus 1 over x times y equals 1 over x, then y equals blank. Okay, so solve lang natin ang value ng y. Okay, so ibig sabihin na to naka-parenthesis, so i-distribute lang natin ito. Okay, so first step natin, distribute lang natin itong y dito sa 2, tsaka dito sa 1 over x. Okay, so distribute natin, so we have 2 times y, so we have 2y plus 1 over x times y. So mag-multiply lang natin sa numerator y times 1. So we have y over x equals, just copy 1 over x. So we want to solve the value of y, dalawa yung y dito. So and then meron tayong denominator. So kapag may denominator, ang gagawin natin, multiply natin sa LCD. So ang denominator naman natin parehas x lang. So ibig sabihin niyan, para makancel yung denominator na x, multiply lang natin both sides by x. Okay? So multiply natin both sides by x para mawala yung denominator natin. So distribute lang ito. So we have 2xy. And then pag dinistribute dito sa kabila, syempre makakancel itong x. So matitira na lang dito ay plus y equals 1 over x times x. So just cancel out x. So we have 1. And then meron tayong y parehas dito sa left side natin. Parehas may y. So just factor out y. Factor out natin yung common na y. So we have 2xy dito. So factor out y, may matitira pang 2x. Plus, pag pinactor out yung y kapag walang natira, ibig sabihin nun may 1. Dahil pag dinistribute natin ito, babalik siya dito sa 2xy plus y. Okay? So therefore, we have equals 1. And then next, ang hinahanap natin ay y. Y lang, so para ma-isolate ang y, divide natin both sides by 2x plus 1. So divide both sides by 2x plus 1 and this will be our final answer. So just cancel out. So we have y is equal to 1 over 2x plus 1. So the final answer is letter C, 1 over 2x plus 1. Okay, so next number 2. 15 is 20% of what number? So tungkol sa percent problem, pwede tayong gumamit ng formula, pero pag ganitong mga percentage problem, hindi na ako gumagamit ng formula dyan, tinatranslate ko lang sa mathematical sentence. Pag gumamit ng formula, ang formula ng percentage ay equal sa rate times base. Okay, so kailangan, kasi ang disadvantage nitong formula, kailangan pa nating alamin kung alin yung percentage, rate, tsaka base. So kaya mas maganda dito, idadiretso na lang natin. So gawa lang tayo ng equation dito. So we have 15. So kopyahin lang natin yung 15. Ang ibig sabihin ng is sa equation ay equal sign. 15 is 20%. So lagay lang natin 20%, 20%, and then off, ang ibig sabihin ng off ay multiplication. So 20% times what number, hindi natin alam. So maglagay tayo ng n. Okay? And then we have 15 is equal to 20%. Pwede natin yung isulat as fraction, pwede namang decimal. Kung decimal, that is 0.20. Or in fraction 20%, ibig sabihin yan 20 over 100. Okay? So times n. So gagawin natin dito ay lowest term lang natin, 20 over 100. Divide both by 20. So divide both lang natin by 20 yan. So divide both by 20, magiging na lang siyang 1 over 5 times n. And then to solve for n, just multiply both sides by 5. So multiply both sides by 5. So makakancel na yung 5. Itong 1, bali wala na yan. Ang matitira na lang ay n. So ito na yung final answer, 5 times 15. The answer is 75, which is letter A. Okay? So kapag ginamitan naman natin ng formula P equals RB, kailangan identify natin yung mga kung ano yung mga given dito. 15 is 20% of what number? Ang palatandaan dito sa of what number, yung nakamultiply kasi dun sa number, ito yung base natin. Yung kadugtong lagi na itong of. Of what number base yan. So therefore, itong may percent automatic yan yung rate. Okay, yung may percent, 20%. So that is the rate. And then 15, so wala nang natira. Ito na yung percentage natin. So i-substitute lang natin. So pag ito ang ginamit yung formula, we have percentage is, ayan, so we have 15 equals ang rate natin, 20%. So yun na nga, pwedeng isulat natin in percent. So that is 0.2. 20% is 0.2 and then times base. Okay? To solve for base, so just divide by 0.2. So this is the other solution in terms of decimal. So we have base is equal to 15 divided by 0.2. So dahil decimal, pwede natin gawing whole number. So move lang natin ang isa. Siyempre, i-move din ang isa sa taas. So magiging siyang 150 divided by 2. Okay, so napaka-simple lang naman. 150 divided by 2, the answer is 75. Hatiin lang sa dalawa yung 150. So the base is 75. So same answer of 75. Okay, so next number, number 3. So variation. Given a y varies directly as x squared and the difference in values of y when x equals 0 and x equals 3 is 18, find the value of y when x equals negative 2. So buuin muna natin ang equation ng variation. Y varies directly as x squared. Sa variation, lagi tayong may constant, yung k. So y, sulatan natin y, varies directly, so equal sign yun, varies directly as x squared. Kapag directly, ibig sabihin yung constant natin nakamultiply lang dito. Ayan, y equals kx squared. Directly, walang denominator. Kapag inversely naman, yung x squared nasa denominator. Okay, so ito lang ang ating equation na gagamitin. Tapos, and the difference in values of y when x equals 0 and x equals 3 is 18. Find the value of y when x equals negative 2. So dalawang equation natin, i-substitute lang natin yung value ng x equals 0 tsaka x equals 3. So dito natin gawin yung x equals 0. Dito naman sa kabila yung x equals 3. Solve lang natin parehas yung y. So sabi the difference, ayan, difference in values of y. So isolve natin parehas yung y when x equals 0 and x equals 3. So dito tayo sa x equals 0. So we have y is equal to k. Palitan yung x ng 0. So we have 0 square. And then for this one, y is equal to k. Palitan natin yung x ng 3. So we have 3 square. So solve natin. Ang value ng y dito ay 0 squared is 0 times k, 0 pa rin. Dito naman sa kabila, y is equal to 3 squared, that is 9 times k. We have 9k. So ang sabi, the difference in values of y is 18. So ano ba ang value ng y? Isang 0 at isang 9k. So difference, isubtract lang natin. So we have, unahin natin itong positive, itong may variable, 9k minus itong kabila. Ayan. So 0 at 9k yung value ng y. So 9k minus 0, difference in values of y daw equals 18. So ito yung magiging equation natin para masolve natin yung value ng k. Kailangan muna natin makuha yung value ng k tapos find the value of y when x equals negative 2. So solving for k, so 0 to bali wala na yan. So we have 9k equals 18. Divide both sides by 9. So divide both sides by 9. Therefore, the value of k is equal to 18 divided by 9 is 2. So now, our equation, just substitute the value of k and x. X is equal to negative 2. Solve natin ang value ng y. Y is equal to kx squared. K is 2. And then x is equal to negative 2. So we have negative 2 squared. So that is equal to 2 times negative 2 squared, that is positive 4. And then 2 times 4, the answer is 8. So therefore, the correct answer is letter D, positive 8. Okay, so next number, number 4. Which of the following is not the sum of 3 consecutive odd integers? So ano ba yung palatandaan para sa, ano yung shortcut para dito? Which of the following is not ang hinahanap? Not the sum of 3 consecutive odd integers. Kapag 3 consecutive odd integers, automatic, ano yan, dapat divisible by 3 dapat yan. Kasi kapag inad natin yan, we have, mag-assign tayo. Ang x, ito yung first add integer natin. Ang magiging second integer natin ay x plus 2. Kasi consecutive add ang difference nun 2. So x plus 2, ito yung second add integer natin. And then x plus 4, ito naman yung third add integer natin. Pag inad kasi natin ito, mangyayari dito ay x plus x plus x. We have 3x plus 2 plus 4, that is 6. So ang mangyayari, 3x is divisible by 3 and 6 is also divisible by 3. So, ang tinatanong, which of the following is not the sum of 3 consecutive odd integers? Kailangan divisible by 3. Kasi kapag inad natin yung expression natin, divisible by 3 ito. So, paano ba malalaman kung divisible by 3? Dapat ang sum ng digits ay divisible by 3. So, i-add natin ito, 5 plus 7. 5 plus 7, that is 12. 12 is divisible by 3. Okay? So, pwede yan. 7 plus 5. So, again, that is 12. 12 is divisible by 3. So, sum siya ng 3 consecutive odd integers. 53, 5 plus 3, the answer is 10. So, 10 is not divisible by 3. So, therefore, letter C ang tamang sagot dito. 99, so divisible by 3 ito kasi 9 plus 9, that is 18. And 18 is divisible by 3. Okay? So, ganun lang yung palatandaan dyan kapag sum ng 3 consecutive odd integers, dapat yan ay divisible by 3. Kasi yung expression nga na nakuha ay 3x plus 6. Okay, so next number. Number 4, so tungkol sa factoring, factorize 2x squared plus 7x minus 15. So medyo mahirap kapag yung nagpa-factor tayo by trial and error tapos yung x squared natin merong 2. So magandang gamitin dito yung slide method yung tawag dito eh. So yung 2 kasi dito, itong 2 minumultiply dito sa negative 15. Mas madali kasi kapag itong coefficient ng x square ay 1 lang. So itong 2 multiply lang natin sa negative 15, magkakaroon tayo ng x squared plus 7x minus 2 times 15, negative 13. So ngayon, ito na i-factor natin. So madali nang i-factor ito, isip lang tayo ng negative 30, factors of negative 30 such that the sum is positive 7. So ano yung mga factors ng 30? Isa-isahin natin. 30 and 1, we have 15 and 2, we have 10 and 3. Okay, so alin dyan negative dapat? So kailangan negative 30 yan. So kailangan opposite sign. Okay, so itong x squared factors niyan, x and x. So alin dito sa tatlong pair ang makakapagbigay ng positive 7? Ito na yan, 10 and 3. Positive ang 10, negative ang 3. So we have positive 10 and then negative 3. Pero tandaan, kapag nag-multiply tayo ng 2 dito, i-divide naman natin parehas ito sa 2. Divide natin parehas sa 2. So itong 10 divided by 2, that is 5. And then itong isa, kapag hindi divisible yung 3 divided by 2, ito yung 2, slide lang natin dito. Yun, kaya slide method ang tawag dito eh. So itong 2, lagay lang natin dito. So magiging siyang 2x minus 3. Ito na yung final answer natin. So which is x plus 5 to x minus 3, letter B. So yan yung mas madaling way, slide method, kaysa dun sa, pwede naman yung trial and error din, factors of 2x squared. So 2x and x lang naman yan. Tapos i-factor natin tong negative 15. So trial and error lang kayo hanggang makabuo kayo ng gitna na positive 7x. Okay? So yung 15 naman, madali lang, dalawa lang. 15 and 1, tapos 5 and 3. So pagpalit-palitin lang natin yan through trial and error hanggang makakuha ng middle na 7x. Okay? So next, number 6. Oops. Number 6, if the roots of the equation x squared plus bx plus c equals 0 are both equal to 6, find the value of c. Okay, so find the value of c. Pero ang hinahanap ng natin dito, c, parang may value ata itong 5. I-check ko muna, parang nagkamali ata ako ng type. So ipopost ko muna. Post ko muna ang video natin. Okay, so tama pala. Ang given ay x squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Are both equal to 6. Kapag both equal to 6, ang gagamitin natin dito para ma-solve ay yung kukunin natin yung discriminant. Yung discriminant sa quadratic formula, di ba may quadratic formula tayo, x equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Ito yung quadratic formula. Ang discriminant, ito lang nasa loob ng radical. b squared minus 4ac. Para maging equal, ayan, both equal to 6, ibig sabihin niyan, itong b squared minus 4ac dapat ay magiging equal sa 0. Para maging ang equation natin ay ayan, both equal to 6. Pero may given dito no na 6 daw yung magiging roots natin. Kapag parehas yung roots natin. Ayan, so ano daw ang value? Ano daw ang value ng C? Pero pwede na palang hindi gamitin itong technique na ito kasi wala tayong given dito na ABC, no? So ang magiging x natin dito or ang magiging A natin dito, ang ang coefficient ng x squared ay 1. Ang B natin dito walang value, so B lang. And then yung C ay C pa rin. Okay? So may value lang yung letter A natin, 1. So tapos both equal to 6 daw sila. Both equal to 6 yung equation natin. So pwedeng gamitin na lang pala natin dito yung factoring na pabalik. So kapag, di ba pag nagsosolve tayo by factoring, pwede tayong magsimula both equal to 6. So ibig sabihin yan, x minus 6 times x minus 6 equals 0. Kasi x equals to 6. So magsimula tayo dito sa x equals 6. So pwede na palang hindi ito ang gamitin natin. So mag-start tayo sa x equals 6. So x equals 6, so dapat gawin natin itong 0. Tapos both equal to 6 daw. So ibig sabihin yan, itong 6 ilipat sa kabila, magiging siyang x minus 6 equals 0. So kapag both equal to 6, ibig sabihin yan, i-square natin. Kasi quadratic equation ito, x squared plus bx plus c. So x minus 6 squared equals 0. So tapos, i-square na lang natin to para makuha natin yung value nitong c. Square lang natin, i-apply natin yung formula. Minus ito, so a minus b squared is equal to square the first term a squared plus 2ab twice the product of first and second plus b squared. So i-apply lang natin ito. So pwede na pala itong solution na ito kahit hindi na natin gamitin itong discriminant. Okay? So yan, pabalik na solution by factoring ito. So apply lang natin ito, square the first term, x squared, minus, dahil negative ito, twice the product of first and second. X times 6, 6x times 2, we have 12x. Plus, square of the last term, 6 squared, that is 36, equals 0. So ito na yung value ito yung B natin, negative 12. Ang C natin, ito, 36. So ito yung C, ito yung B. So the answer is letter D, 36. Okay? So next number 7. So ayan, isimplify lang natin. 4 minus y squared o all over 1 plus y minus 3. So simplify lang natin ito. So yung numerator natin, so i-rewrite lang natin 4 minus y squared. Yung denominator naman may parenthesis pero wala namang ibang walang exponent ito. So pwedeng i-combine lang natin itong 1 tsaka itong negative 3. Combine lang natin yan. 1 minus 3. That is equal to, kopyahin lang yung y, and then we have 1 minus 3, we have negative 2. Tapos, i-factor natin itong numerator, nasa form siya ng a squared minus b squared. Okay? Kasi pwedeng isulat itong 4, pwede yung isulat as 2 squared minus y squared over y minus 2. So kapag a squared minus b squared, ang factor nito ay a plus b over a minus b. Isang plus, isang minus. Okay? So therefore, itong numerator natin, kapag difference of two squares, so tanggalin lang natin yung square, tas isang plus, isang minus, we have 2 plus y over 2 minus y over y minus 2. So, then pwede tayong mag-cancel ng parehas na factor. Itong y minus 2, tsaka itong 2 minus y tsaka y minus 2, magkamukha yan. pwedeng i-cancel natin yan. Kasi baligtad lang yan eh. Kapag nagkabaligtad, tapos subtraction, pwedeng i-cancel natin, pero the answer is -1. Parang ganito lang yan. 5 minus 3 over 3 minus 5. So anong magiging sagot dyan? 5 minus 3, that is equal to 2. And then 3 minus 5, that is -2. Pag sinimplify 2 times 2 divided by -2, the answer is -1. So kaya kapag meron tayong subtraction dito na factor, nagkapalit ng pwesto, automatic cancelin natin yan. The answer is -1. So therefore, the answer is, so -2 plus y, wala pa sa, so yung negative, ilabas lang natin dito, negative, tapos kopyahin itong 2 plus y. Naka-parenthesis. So, kaparehas siya ng letter A, -2 plus y. -2 times 2 plus y. Kapag pwede natin i-distribute ito kung wala sa choices itong negative times 2 plus y, pwede natin i-distribute yung negative sign, magiging -2 minus y or -y minus 2. So kung wala sa choices ito, pwedeng alin man dito sa dalawa ang pwedeng maging sagot. Okay? So next number, number 8. Okay, so trigo tayo. What is the value of cosine 60 degrees plus sine 30 degrees? So special angle ito. So special triangle, meron tayong, kailangan kabisado nyo ito. Kapag meron tayong 30 degrees, 60 degrees na right triangle, so ayusin natin yung tuloy natin. Ayan. 30-60 degrees na right triangle. Ang relation ng mga side niyan, ang itong shortest side, tsaka itong hypotenuse, ito yung hypotenuse natin. Yung hypotenuse ay twice nitong shortest side or yung side opposite nitong 30 degrees. So ito ay 1, ito namang hypotenuse natin ay 2. Tapos, syempre kapag 1 at 2 yan, by Pythagorean theorem, automatic itong opposite ng 60 degrees, ito ay square root of 3. Tapos, i-apply lang natin yung definition ng cosine tsaka nitong sine. Dito muna tayo sa sine 30 degrees. Ano ang sine 30 degrees? Ang sine 30 degrees, solve natin, tsaka cosine 60 degrees. Ang sine 30 degrees, so di ba, tanda natin yung SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. Sa 30 degrees, ito yung 30 degrees, ito yung opposite. Opposite, so 30 degrees tayo, sine, ayan, opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite over hypotenuse nitong 30 degrees. So therefore, ang sine 30 degrees ay opposite over hypotenuse, that is 1 over 2, 1/2. Okay? So ngayon, punta naman tayo dito sa 60 degrees. Kasi meron tayong cosine 60 degrees. So cosine naman, so dito naman tayo sa cosine, ito yan. Ito yung 60 degrees. Ano siya? Adjacent over hypotenuse. So ito yung 60 degrees, ito yung magiging opposite niya. Ito yung adjacent. Ito naman yung hypotenuse. Yun pa rin yung hypotenuse, hindi na babago. So sa cosine, ang formula ng cosine ay adjacent over hypotenuse. Ito yung adjacent. Ito yung hypotenuse. So therefore, 1/2 pa rin. Adjacent over hypotenuse, 1 over 2. So 1/2. So therefore, ang value ng cosine 60 plus sine 30 degrees ay 1/2 plus 1/2, which is equal to 1. 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1. So the correct answer is letter B, 1. Okay, so next number, number 9. Okay, so solve the equation. 3 over 3x plus 2 equals 2/3. So ang gagawin lang natin dito, so since ratio and proportion, cross-multiply lang tayo. Cross-multiply and then solve for x tayo. So ilagay natin sa left side itong may x. So unahin ko ito yung number lang. So we have 2 times 3x. Kopyahin lang natin itong 3x plus 2 equals 3 times 3. Okay, so kopyahin lang din muna natin 3 times 3. So simplify natin, distribute lang natin ito. 2 times 3x, that is equal to 6x. 2 times positive 2, we have positive 4, equals 3 times 3, that is equal to 9. Solving for x, so tanggalin natin itong 4. So subtract 4 to both sides. Cancel out na ito, 0 na yan. 6x is equal to 9 minus 4, we have 5. And then last step, divide both sides by 6. So therefore, the value of x is equal to 5 over 6. The correct answer is letter A, 5 over 6. Okay, so last number. So how many How many 1/6 are there in 2 and 1/3? So kapag ganito yung question, how many, ilang 1/6 meron daw sa 2 and 1/3? So ibig sabihin nun, division lang yan. Di ba kapag hinahanap natin, kapag nagdi-divide, halimbawa 5 divided by 3, ang ibig sabihin niyan, ilang 3 meron sa 5. So ibig sabihin lang nito, division lang ito. How many 1/6 are there in 2 and 1/3? So 2 and 1/3 divided by 1/6. So 1/6. Okay? So divide lang natin. So pag nagdi-divide tayo ng fraction, ano yung rule natin? A over B divided by C over D, magiging siyang A over B. Yung division gawing multiplication, reciprocal nito, baligtarin. So we have D over C. Pero bago yon, gawin muna natin itong mixed number, improper fraction. Multiply ito 2 times 3, that's equal to 6. And then add natin itong numerator, 6 plus 1, we have 7 over, kopyahin lang ito, 7 over 3. Then, change natin ito, tapos proceed na tayo dito. From division, magiging multiplication. Yung 1/6, baligtarin. So, interchange natin yan. Ayan, interchange. Baligtarin lang natin, magiging 6 over 1. And then, mag-cancellation do tayo. Itong 6 at 3, pwedeng i-divide parehas sa 3. So, divided by 3, itong 6 ay magiging 2. Ito namang 3, divided by 3, magiging 1. Multiply natin yung remaining term. 7 times 2, we have 14. Ang denominator natin, 1 times 1, 1 na lang. So, therefore, 14 over 1 is equal to 14. The correct answer is letter C. Okay, so that's all. So, thank you for watching at kita-kita tayo dun sa susunod. Meron pa tong part 2. Kagaya nga ng sabi ko sa inyo, ito ay 50 items. So hanggang part 5 tayo. Okay, so good luck sa lahat na nagre-review para sa college entrance exam. And bye-bye and God bless.